What's going on, YouTube? Today I'm just going to be doing a review over a firearm that I recently purchased, that I did get to shoot recently. This is going to be the G2C Taurus 9mm. This is actually an updated version of the Taurus PT 111. It's actually a pretty decent firearm, as you can see. I'll go ahead and check. Clear. Nothing's in it, no magazine or anything. This is just basically going to be my review of the firearm. First thing I want to just say that for the price, you cannot go wrong with this. This is actually a really nice weapon here. The texture and everything on the actual grip feels really good. The sights are decent. Now, I did notice that with the sights, they are offset a little bit right out of the box. I don't know if they all come that way, but it is a little to the right. But when I was shooting, I did just have to adjust for that, and everything still turned out fine. So not a big deal, but that is just something to be aware of. When you get it right out of the box, just take a look at it and see where the sights line up. One thing with this that I do like is that it does have an external safety that does allow for the trigger to not be pulled, and then it also shows when it is live fire and it is ready to go. It does also have a load indicator on the top here to let you know that it is ready and one is in the chamber. I can actually just show you that really quick. When I took this thing to the range, I got to shoot it, a few times and everything. It actually felt pretty good. I'll get into some other things there to let you know kind of what happened and what things that I ran into. As you can see there, it does show that the load indicator is up, letting you know that there is one in the chamber, as you can see, and there is a little red. You probably can't see it, not sure, but it lets you know that there is one in there ready to go. So with that, let's go ahead and just unload it really quick. Ooh, that popped out. And that is another thing as well. This thing has a very good ejection pattern. It kicks them out of there. Once you hit it, it just lets them go. It's not lazy at all. Really like that. I had a bad feeling about it. I did have a couple of issues with this particular firearm. Even with the stock magazine, this is a 12 round magazine, 12 plus 1. And the first round actually failed to feed. The very first round, this is just fully loaded, put it in the actual firearm, cock it back, let it go, failed to feed. It jammed, I gave it benefit of the doubt, whatever. Shot it, next one, failed to feed. Stock magazine, brand new. And I did not like that at all. It really turned me off about it, but for the rest of the day, I didn't have any issues with the stock magazines. But that's just something that I wanted to add in there. I did also use the Pro Mag extended magazine. It was, nothing's in it. Oops. Nothing's actually in it here, as you can see. It is clear, and I like how it stays open even with the Pro Mag on there. That's really nice. But come on. See, that's one thing I ran into. So even with the Pro Mag in there, for some reason, it does not let you release it with the magazine in there, no matter what you do. But if you drop the magazine and then try to release it, it goes. And that is something I did not like about that when I was at the range. I do not know why it was doing that whatsoever. If you try this magazine, this is the stock one. It stays open as well. As you can see, there's nothing in there, but it allows you to release it. However, if you use the Pro Mag, it does lock, but it does not want to let you release it. It's just, for some reason, it does not want to. It is just that much harder for some reason. I just don't get it. And, have no idea why. But you try the stock magazine, it'll lock, and then it closes. So much easier. I don't know why it does that, but that's one thing that turned me off with this firearm. It's probably not Taurus's fault, obviously. It just could be Pro Mag. These things are only about 30 bucks a piece, and just do not like the fact that that happens. It does have a trigger safety here, so even if you pull the trigger and you don't hit that trigger safety, it will not fire. It just blocks it. You will have to hit that trigger safety first before it allows you to fire. One thing I do not like about this firearm is that the trigger is actually really, really long. So there's so much anticipation, I guess you can say, when you're at the range and you're trying to shoot, because it is so long, which is different from other firearms that I've shot before. Feels so much better as per se, I would say, my Glock. Maybe it's something you got to get used to, but I do see a lot of people complain about it. Some people say that it doesn't bother them. It bothers me. But that is one thing there that I do not like about this. Other than that, how it shoots really well as far as aiming and everything. Once I got the sights down and figured out how it was aiming, I was able to get it and hit the target, relatively easy. It didn't really bother me too much and how to get everything right. But overall, for the price, I would say this is a very, very good firearm. Like I said, it is a 9mm. It doesn't really shoot with that much power, I would say. The actual rounds that I was putting in it were the Federal brass 9mm 115 grain. And on this, it does say that the muzzle velocity is 1,125. At 50 yards, the velocity is 1,046 feet per second, and at 100 yards, it is at 975 feet per second for velocity. For energy and foot-pounds at the muzzle, it is at 323 foot-pounds. At 50 yards, 278 foot-pounds, and 247 foot-pounds at 100 yards. Which, I guess it's pretty decent, whatever. It is a 9mm. You could obviously get something that would do a lot more. Like you would say, here's my ammo I have for my G20 10mm. On this actual box here, it says that the muzzle velocity here at 50 yards, the muzzle velocity here on this one is at 1,275. That's at the muzzle for my Glock 20. For this one, it is at 1125. So you're looking at about a 150 feet per second difference as far as that goes here. It doesn't give me the foot-pounds on the actual box here for the 10mm to kind of give you a comparison of the two cartridges, but I can guarantee you that it is a lot more than what the 9mm is, and that's whatever. For as far as power, I wasn't really expecting that. I was looking just for a good carry, and this would be a very, very good carry. Good sights, safeties, trigger safety. So you have your your drop safety there for it. And my only other complaint would just be the actual trigger being very, very long, and then just the issue that I was having with the stock magazine. But the actual grips have a lot of texture on it, so it's really gritty, feels really good. You can kind of get your hand on it. It's not going anywhere. You can get a really good grip around it. And with the magazine actually in it, it has this little lip here, kind of for your pinky to kind of rest into. And it feels really good when you're resting your hand there. It's really nice and comfortable. I did see that this thing was made in Brazil, so it does kind of make me feel okay about it because it's not made in China. But you know, for $249.99, I cannot complain about this firearm one bit. It actually performed very well. If you're looking for a first firearm, this will do it just to practice. If you're just looking for a decent budget carry concealed, this will actually do it as well. I do plan to possibly upgrade a couple things like the recoil spring inside of this Taurus G2C, and also maybe add like a laser to it or something. Trigger, you know, this is not going to be my primary carry, so I might just, you know, leave that be. Um, but who knows, after how long I have it, that might be something that pops up. But other than that, this is the Taurus G2C. As you can see, it is empty. And if you guys like this review, go ahead, thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment if you want more videos like this on more weapons that I have. I can't post more. I do got a review coming of my Glock 20 that I have that you guys will probably like. And I do have a video of the speed loader that I did upload, and if you want to check that out, that's a good video as well. Kind of helps when you're loading a monster like this that holds 32 rounds in it. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching, and be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day.